Hi, hello. We're from Deaf Out Loud, and I'm sure you're curious to see what the results were. Actually, the numbers were pretty good, but they weren't satisfactory for A&E. A&E is a large company, and they need millions of viewers, a very large company. And that doesn't really fit our show. So we can try Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, Facebook. There's all kinds of other networks, but we are so thankful to A&E because all the other networks didn't believe in a show. They weren't interested, but A&E was the only one actually willing to accept the show and give it a try. And now we are so thankful because we have these great numbers so that we can show the smaller networks, hey, we've got some good numbers here, and we'll see who's interested in buying. Some of you are disappointed. I don't want you to be disappointed. We're going to keep going. Another company could potentially pick up the show. We're hopeful. So how can you show your support? We need you to post. #DeafOutLoud. Post your stories. Speak from the heart. Talk about what you learned when you watched the show. Maybe you learned a different perspective. We don't want to hear negativity. All positive support. Positive. We need your support. And not for the 3 families. This is actually about the deaf community. For the past 10 or 15 years, deaf people have been fighting to have a deaf reality show where we could show our actual personal experiences. We want to show our struggles, what we've been through, and show that deaf people can succeed. They can drive. Deaf people can do anything. There's no limits, and we need to show that to the hearing world. It is so important to have your support for this very first show. With your support, there could be break-offs of the show, but this is the first step in getting the door open to a deaf reality show. There could be break-offs for different shows. Who knows what could come? There could be a deaf LGBTQ show. There could be a deaf blind show. There could be more POC, which means people of color, varied races. Oh, it doesn't matter. Yeah, any race. Deaf Out Loud does have a good amount of diversity on the show. However, we need more. And we need to be able to show different deaf with additional disabilities. And some people have said they wanted a more generational deaf family. And my husband does actually have several generations of deaf, but they're mostly oral and only 2 sign, but also in my family as well, and the other families too. But they couldn't show all of that because we only got 15 minutes for each family, and we need more. We have so much more to show. Oh, we still have so many stories. Yes, lots of stories, lots of stories. So I want to encourage you. We've been contacted by hearing people and deaf people saying how touched they were, how their families were inspired to learn sign language, or how they finally understand a different perspectives, such as cochlear implants, or not wanting to wear hearing aids. Some say they finally realized that they should be open to a deaf school or a mainstream school, or leaving the choice up to your child. We need to hear from you. Post your videos and stories. All 3 families are going to go through all of the stories and present our favorite ones to the networks. I'm sure they're going to be touched by your stories. We love you. Thank you for your support. We need your support. Let's keep this going. We're not